Hey friends, welcome back. My name is Tori if you're new here, and today I decided to try something a bit new. Instead of sitting in my basement and chatting with you, we decided to get out. This is our last tour of the Rockies with 3 children in tow. So we didn't make it that far, but we absolutely love the Western Slope. Ideally, we would have gone there. I wanted to take this video to show you some of the scenery on this trip, and I have been collecting a handful of questions on these last videos just about preparedness and some random things, and I thought maybe I would answer them for you here. So if you are new, I'm so glad you're here. Thank you all for subscribing, liking, and just supporting me in this journey that we are on. We are moving from Colorado to Pennsylvania. You're probably sick and tired of hearing it, but I got to fill the new people in, and it's just been a lot lately. So we really needed this trip together to just sit back, chat, listen to some music, and see some scenery. But of course, we've run into some Colorado canyon construction, we shall call it. Typically is happening in the summer. So fun fact, because I got this question, I'm going to start it off here. When did we move to Colorado? We moved here 11 years ago in hopes of a change of scenery. We were both from small towns in Pennsylvania, and we just wanted to see what it was all about out here. And we ended up in Boulder. I was a grad school hopeful, so I ended up getting my master's at Western State, and I bartended my way through that while my husband worked at a retail store and eventually went to the police academy. So small little background, I ended up getting my master's in education and studio art, and I was an elementary art teacher for a little bit there in a district that drastically changed. So I was happy to come home with my family, come home and start homesteading, and that's really where the preparedness and this channel came about. So if you are new, that is a quick background history, and we are just excited to get back to Pennsylvania. It is not a random state for us. That is where we came from, and our whole family's there. So we are happy for some affordable land and just a change of scenery once again. Although we are nervous, we have not been around our family as adults. You know, if you think about it, we kind of grew up here. We are in our early 30s, and you know, it's definitely a nervous thing that we're doing, but we're so excited. So we actually were trying to make it to Summit County, to Breckenridge, to perhaps see some friends and take a walk on the downtown just because it's so beautiful, but we just didn't make it. We have 3 under 5 and we were getting restless. So we made it to Idaho Springs. This is the home of the gold rush. So there was a lot of history here. We definitely bond as a family over all of that. But next question, really just going into it, I keep getting something similar, and that is, what do you do if someone comes and wants to take your preps, which is awful and definitely daunting? And I've gotten it in the form of the government wants to take it. I've gotten it in the form of other people want to take it. And my answer to that is, and always has been, to have a place where you can store extra preps off of your property and is more secret. I have shown you a lot of my preparedness, but I've also not shown you some of the items that I like to prepare that are off of my property. So I suggest, finding a place random. If you don't have the money for extra land, which a lot of us don't, I'd say 95% of us don't, then maybe go in on it with someone else and find a place that you can get to store those preps off of your property. But with that being said, and this may cause a stir, you absolutely have the right to defend your home and your preparedness. It is yours. If you are choosing not to share it with a person coming to your doorstep trying to take it from you, whether that be the government or a random group of people, then you might have to get into a confrontation. And I say that with love. I feel like everyone needs to be mentally prepared for that as well. All right, next common comment is, do you have any resources regarding being anti-medicine? And I will say, I'm not anti-medicine. I feel like there's a time and the place, and maybe someday I will be, but I I value some doctors that are near and dear to my heart, and it's a hard subject to touch on. But right now, we are fortunate to be at home with our children. I have time to prepare their meals. I have time to allow them to have natural immunity. So I feel like Just the Inserts is a great resource, and it's just called Just the Inserts. They give you just that. They give you those inserts that the doctors don't give you, and you can make your decision based on that. I will say we eat a high vitamin A filled diet, but look, we are enjoying some pizza here, and the kids' meals that we got came with what looked like Kraft macaroni and cheese and some of those fruit cups. So we're not perfect, but we try. I wanted to showcase this apothecary because every mountain town that I go to has something like this. So I encourage people to look into herbal medicine. I get it all the time. I don't have the garden. I don't have the knowledge to grow my own medicine, and it's a hard subject, once again, because I feel like everyone should be able to grow their own medicine, and they should be able to have the confidence to treat themselves and their family. I don't feel like this is dangerous information. Of course, there are plants out there that can harm you, but the plants are here for us to use. They were placed here for us to use as a tool to heal ourselves from the toxins that are coming into our body every single day. I've briefly touched on this comment recently, but I got a few comments on the last video saying get a real job. I get that. I've had several actually. And this is the season that I'm in right now, content creation. I've been called a content creature. I've been called just terrible things lately. And I want a chance to defend myself / I guess address that, because people do ask me, what would you be doing if you weren't doing YouTube? And this just fell upon me. I am able to create videos at a time where my children go to sleep, and it's exhausting right now, but it truly does bring me just some joy, to connect with everyone in this community. I feel like it's valuable information. So I'm going to continue to do this, but if I weren't doing this, I would have my own apothecary, kind of like the one that you saw in the previous slide there. I would love to have a brick and mortar apothecary. I'm not sure if the place in Pennsylvania where I'm going would be the best spot for that, to be honest with you. I am competing with, the OGs, the Amish, the Mennonite people that truly have figured it out. Their life has always been appealing to me, and I'm so excited to get my hands on some just fresh goods from the Amish. And I've also briefly touched on, I do love teaching. I love teaching art to the elementary age, to be honest with you. Middle school was a toss-up for me, and high school I just didn't enjoy. So elementary, I would like it at a smaller scale. I was in a district where they were giving me so many children. At one point I had 35 children in a classroom. I didn't have enough chairs, and it just was awful. That, combined with throwing out a behavior policy, really is not contributing to our children in a positive way. It just got out of hand, and I wasn't the person for the job anymore. But I do feel that I still have a passion for it, so I think I would do something like that, smaller group lessons, and I would probably focus in printmaking or pottery, ceramics. I love both mediums. I have a few more common questions. This next one is about content. People that have been with me for a while have seen the content evolve to what it is. If I plan on making similar preparedness content, I feel like I am going to not be all over the place. I want to hone in on being prepared on a budget, but I feel like it just looks so different in every aspect of life. I love cooking, and I'm going to be with my family who also loves cooking, and they have some pretty funny banter. So you might be seeing a little bit more vlog style from me. I enjoy getting the, I guess, the content, the shots in that way, just because honestly it's easier for me, but it's more authentic. I feel like I can be myself. So I think I'm going to aim in that direction. But if I find a quiet spot to sit and chat with you about some things that I think you should be aware of, then absolutely I will sit down. So to answer that question, it's not going to be all over the place. I will try and hone down. I probably will never have a schedule. I probably will never have a perfect aesthetic shot, but I feel like Pennsylvania has so many places to explore, and they have some pretty interesting people. I have a favorite YouTube channel, Peter Santinello, I believe is how you say it, and he has millions of followers, and I don't really want to go in that direction, but I love the way that he approaches people and places, and I just think it's truly incredible and moving, and I think I want to do something similar to that. So stay tuned. I'm excited to actually get my nice cameras out and start getting those shots for you. This is actually a pretty common one, and it's come in a variety of ways, but why don't you go live? Yes, I know that feature is available to me. To be honest with you, this would be the only time to go live, this like late evening time. It is very loud in my household, and I just refuse to silence my children, so it's really hard for me to do that. If it's something you're interested in, I could try and plan it out, but I don't know if people will sit there and listen. To be honest, being in the realm that I'm in, I get people constantly saying that my videos are too long, or my voice is too monotone for a long form video, or just the most random things you could ever think of. I am, genuinely myself in these videos, so I'm not going to change anything, and I probably won't change the length of the videos. If you did not know this, they are messing with your attention span, hence all of these short form contents that we consume every single day, and I'm guilty of it too, but I suggest doing some sort of heavy metal detox and getting off your phone as much as possible. But getting back to the live thing, if you want to listen to me chat and ask questions in that way, I can try and plan it. It's just not something that I utilize because it's always so very loud, and to be honest, I trip on my words a lot. I probably wouldn't in that scenario, but if it's something you're interested in, let me know, and if you have any more questions for me, let me know. I hope you enjoyed today's video. I know it's a little different, but I needed to change it up, and I hope you all are doing well in the world. If you don't follow me on the other channel, you probably don't know that we are heading out very soon. We're very excited, but it's a lot right now. So I'm trying to keep you posted in the posts, and maybe I'll do a few YouTube shorts here coming up. But I hope you are well wherever you are in the world. Let me know if you have any other questions. As always, stay adventurous, stay creative. I'll catch you on the next one. Bye, y'all.